What is up, guys? I am Dial. This is MME Hot Takes. And my hot take for this episode is Wolverine should not be in the X-Men launch for the MCU. He should not start off as the first X-Men we see in the MCU. Now, you guys probably already saw the thumbnail of this and was like, "What are you talking about? What are you? Have you lost your mind? Wolverine is one of the most popular characters of all time. How could you say that? How could you not include Wolverine in the first lineup of the X-Men for the MCU?" Okay, if you guys have followed me for the longest time, you guys know how I feel about the X-Men films. I'm not the biggest fan of them. Yes, yeah, I know it has, it helped to pave the way for the comic book industry that we have now. The first couple X-Men films helped, pave the way for stuff along with Sam Raimi Spider-Man and stuff like that. But, I felt like it was a big missed opportunity with the first set of X-Men films that we got. One of the biggest flaws that I had with those films is that they put most of their focus on Wolverine. If you guys are, comic book fans of the X-Men, you guys know that this is going to trigger some people, but Wolverine is not this A-list character that the movies have made him out to be. To be very honest, he's like a C-level character. I know it hurts for people for me to say that, but that's the truth. Wolverine is a supporting character. Like the main X-Men, like we have Cyclops, we have Jean Grey, we have Beast, of course Professor X, we have Storm. Like Wolverine, not saying that he's a boring character. Of course he's interesting and like, he has made his way to the pop culture. But like with the older movies putting so much focus on Wolverine, it took away from other development from the other X-Men. So it's like I feel like this time around with the MCU, this is their opportunity to right the wrongs of the Fox X-Men movies and make the other characters in the X-Men just as interesting as how they made Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Because if you read the comics, a lot of the other X-Men have their own interesting development and character growth that's barely, if at all, seen in the Fox X-Men movies. So if they truly wanted to, be true to the comics and the source material, what they need to do is start off with the original X-Men. They need Cyclops, Jean Grey, Angel, Iceman, and Beast, and of course Professor X there as well. And then later X installments in the MCU, if you want to introduce more X-Men and then eventually get to Wolverine, that's how they should do it. You should properly develop all the X-Men gradually and introduce new characters, one by one. And Wolverine, honestly, we shouldn't see Wolverine for the like 2 or 3 installments after the first, X-Men of the MCU comes up, because with them over saturating us with Wolverine in the Fox X-Men movies, when he got his own spin-offs, it didn't feel as special because most of the actual X-Men films were he was the main focus. So what was the point of them making 3 spin-offs when the actual X-Men films he was the main focus? So they should not make that mistake again. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Wolverine shouldn't be in the MCU for like 10 years after the X-Men has been established, but just you need to develop the other X-Men characters just as much as you want to do with Wolverine. So that is my hot take.
Boo! Boo! I think I'm changing my hot take. I'm changing my hot take based on your hot take. Uh-oh, Joe is here.
Oh, boy. Oh, a spectator. Here we go.
Oh.
Joe, do you have any hot takes?
Wait,
I don't know.
Hold on.
I have one. I was
Okay,
going to
there
do
we
James Gunn, but I might change mine up.
Nope. Stick to your hot take. Stick to it.
Well, I want to respond to your hot take.
Then just respond to my hot take while we're on my take. Don't change your hot take because you're triggered by mine. Just respond. Just respond here. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, you're not going to use Hugh Jackman, the actor that's taken Wolverine to the next level. I don't care what you think Wolverine's tier is in the comics. When he started in the first X-Men, when Hugh Jackman was cast, it became a phenomenon. And you don't give the people what they want. It's suppressing one character just to prop up another. Yeah, the other characters need more development. but not using one just because he's so popular to prop up the other ones. No, everyone needs a good story. You need Storm, you need Cyclops. Yes, but this isn't the mainline. This isn't the mainline Wolverine either. This is the multiverse Wolverine. This is Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds, Wolverine together. You're gonna pass up. If you listen to EDL, you're gonna pass up that moment in time, the opportunity we have for Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool to be in the same movie just because I have too much Wolverine and I didn't get my Cyclops and Storm. Boo this man. Boo this man's hot take. Boo this man's hot take. I win. Thank you. No.
His name's actually pronounced Hugh.
I know it is.
Okay, first of all,
the G is silent.
First of all, if you think for 1 second that the MCU is if you think for 1 second that they're going to use Hugh Jackman in the MCU, you're playing yourself right there. There is no way they're bringing back Hugh Jackman to be their Wolverine in the MCU. That's not happening. Now, whatever's going to happen in Secret Wars,
it's for these movies.
Yeah, he can make an appearance there.
Okay.
But no. But like, I'm sorry. Is there a lag? I think there's a lag.
A little bit of lag,
guys. Is there a lag?
Yeah, and you kind of freeze up every once in a while. You'll say a couple words and then be like,
"Are we good?"
Yeah, we're okay.
Now. I think you sound fine. I didn't want to say anything, so I mean, you sound.
I didn't want to say anything.
You sound like crap, but I didn't want to say nothing, bro. You got this.
It's your show. I mean, it's your show.
Wow. Okay.
It's better now. It's better now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. It's better now. Okay, great. So I'll just redo what the heck? What's with the Blue Jay? What's up?
That wasn't me. I don't know what the heck happened.
That was it.
I didn't do
okay.
That. I didn't do
so
that.
okay, I'll just reiterate what I said. If you think Hugh Jackman is going to be the Wolverine for the MCU, that's not happening. It's not happening. I mean, are they going to use him in Secret Wars? Possibly, and we're about to get him in Deadpool 3, which is going to be great. But they going to reboot these characters. We're going to get a new Wolverine. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So it's like that's one of the other reasons why they need to start separate. What did you expect? We've been getting reboots every time they we got Spider-Man, new Spider-Man for the MCU. You don't think they're going to do the same thing for the X-Men and the Fantastic Four?
Look, Marvel needs all the help it could get right now. If Hugh Jackman wants to be Wolverine for 10 years, let him be Wolverine.
I think they're going to give everybody one last ride.
He doesn't want to be
Wolverine. I'm sure he does not want to be Wolverine for 10 years.
No.
He doesn't want to be Wolverine at all. I mean, he was done after Logan. They talked him into coming back for one more, but he's not going to be.
You see how happy he was on set? Hugh Jackman is getting huge and ripped, having fun with Ryan Reynolds.
And that's why he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to have to exercise anymore.
Okay.
He said so. It's the same reason. What's his name?
He looks so happy on the announcements.
It's the same reason the other dude doesn't want to be Bond anymore. He wants to be Benoit Blanc because he could actually eat donuts and stuff.
No.
Yeah, he said so.
Daniel Craig said he'd rather do something to himself than come back as James Bond. Jackman never said anything.
Because he doesn't want to keep working out.
Okay. Well, what?
Anyway, so
you're saying you don't want them to start with Wolverine because you're thinking you're scared that it's going to be the Wolverine show for the X-Men.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Is that part of it as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't be scared of another character's popularity just to prop up your own weak sauce characters. You know, if they can't get Cyclops and Storm, that's not Wolverine's fault.
Okay. Gosh darn it. Okay. Look, if James Gunn has proven anything when he was
James Gunn,
the Guardians of the Galaxy. I have to say this because it's the truth.
We're going to the gold standard. Gun.
C-level. Exactly. He brought up some C-level, D-level characters with Guardians of the Galaxy and have made them household names.
If you want some C and D-level X-Men characters, oh my God, you should hire James Gunn.
Hold on a second. First of all, Wolverine is a C-level character. So, hey. But anyway, we need to go back all the way back to phase 1 of the MCU, where nobody cared about Iron Man, nobody cared about Captain America and Thor, but they made them household names. If they could do that for Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, they could do the exact same thing with the other X-Men that didn't get development. So Cyclops, Jean Grey, Iceman, Storm, all of them, they should be just as interesting as Wolverine, if not more. There should be no. Dazzler, hey, why not?
You want Dazzler before you want Wolverine and X-Men. That's all. Is your name James?
No. I'm not saying Dazzler needs to be, established before Wolverine. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just, it's just like X-Men has such a vast, richness of, has such a diverse set of characters and so many interesting stories that rival some of the stories with the Avengers. Like, if they actually took the time and gave up justice, they will have the X-Men franchise flourish and not have to depend on Wolverine for everything. So it will make Wolverine more special when he eventually comes into the MCU because you don't have to use him all the time. So that's my only argument with it. I'm not saying don't use Wolverine at all, but like, we have to detach ourselves a little bit from Wolverine because there are other X-Men. It's not Wolverine and the X-Men, it's the X-Men. So please treat all of them with respect.
Until we get Wolverine standalone.
Does anyone else have anything to add before we move on?
Well, I got to disagree with Anthony here because Freddy Krueger gets defeated at the end of every one of his movies.
Also,
regenerates though.
I do agree with you, DL. So there you go. I agree.
After all my pushback, you still agree with you want Dazzler instead of Wolverine?
Not just Dazzler. I don't even know who.
You want to be dazzled by C-list X-Men?
I never said needed Dazzler first.
You want to be dazzled by C-list X-Men?
Let's not kid ourselves. If Taylor Swift is playing Dazzler, Dazzler is going to be bigger than Wolverine.
Yeah.
Look, here's just
are you a Swiftie?
Here's the thing.
I'm not, but look. I just looked in the mobile app tonight to see how many people in my area bought tickets for her concert. They're sold out every show.
Okay, hold on.
So are Chiefs games.
I want to say something about the whole thing with Wolverine not being in the MCU. I actually agree with DL because Wolverine is a popular character, but I would like to see more because we got what? I'm not the biggest fan of the X-Men movies. I mean, unless Logan is my favorite comic movie.
Look how scared you weak men are.
No, I'm
weak men that you're like, he can't be there because it's going to cause my other characters not to get some spot. That's how good the character is. That's why you need Wolverine.
They don't need Wolverine.
The only reason
you're scared of him existing on screen. That's how relevant Hugh Jackson's Wolverine is.
And I think it's my point.
Maybe you could. He is as good as Robert Downey Jr. is as Iron Man. That is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Can I let me finish my point? Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of the X-Men movies.
Well, that explains a lot.
I like 1, 2. I don't watch 3 as much. Not as much Origins. I like First Class, and when I think of X-Men, I think of Deadpool. So I mean, he was my favorite X-Men character, so it makes sense. So we can have, they were, back when Fox were around, they were experimenting like a little bit. They got Deadpool, they got Logan, the New Mutants. I mean, that's not a good movie, but at least they tried. At least they tried to experiment. I would like to see more mutants than, sure, Wolverine is a big name, but I would like to see more. People, who else you think of X-Men besides Wolverine, Mystique? Like, I'm talking about, like, a Jubilee, Jubilee movie. Come on now. I would like to see it. I don't care what they do with X-Men. I agree. Besides, it's gonna take a lot just to get another Wolverine cast. Other than Hugh Jackman. It's gonna take a lot. So I think they need to get the other characters out the way before they would say, "All right, let's do Wolverine." They can't just do that. They can't just recast Wolverine right off the bat. So.
Especially because we're about to get Deadpool 3, where Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is coming back. So I think we need some time, away from Wolverine, so people can be more, so people can adjust to the fact that we are about to reboot, the X-Men again. So in order for them to do that, we need to start with the original X-Men, and then build our way to the to other members coming in, and then Wolverine will eventually come in. Okay. The only reason Wolverine is an A-list character to you is because Bryan Singer doesn't understand the X-Men. That's why. It made everyone else look stupid, and then propping up Wolverine to be bigger than he actually is.
From what I understand, Bryan Singer's kind of an a-hole in real life, but we can't take away from him that he made some incredible X-Men movies.